I think what you're pointing out that's very important is we're searching for the person who's got it all nailed. Someone who tries their hardest but is also honest enough about the circumstances to not cry foul when it's gone the other person's way.
Yeah, well, that's part of resilience. It's right. Like, look, you're not going to win it. You're not going to score on every shot.
Right.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't take the shots. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try to hit the goal. But part of being able to continue to take shots is to have the strength of character to tolerate the fact that in that instance you weren't on top.
It's more trivial in games than it is in fights. And it's also, the response is much more negative to from the fans if you lose a fight and complain about it. It's ruthless because they understand that you've made a huge character error.
Yeah, so why do you think it's more important in fights than it is in games? Why do you think it's
because
even highlighted
the consequences
there?
are so grave. Because you recognize that the high is much higher and the lows are much lower. To lose a basketball game sucks, but it's nothing like losing a fight. There's no comparison. It's not even close.
So what do you think it is that damages the fighter if he complains about losing? Why is that a mistake? Why do the fans respond so negatively to that?
Because they know. They know that you lost. They know that you're complaining for no reason and you're not a hero. They want you to be better than them. They want you to be the person that has the courage to step into a cage or a ring or wherever whatever the format is you're competing, and to do something that's extremely difficult. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, they hold you to a higher standard.
Right, to lose with grace.
Yes, and when you fall, especially if you were a champion, that is one of the most disappointing things ever, when a champion complains.
Right.
And it is, response is horrific from the audience.
Okay, so that's a great example. So let's imagine, what does the person who loses something important with grace do? And the answer is fairly straightforward. He accepts the defeat and thinks, okay, what is it that I have left to improve that will decrease the possibility of a similar defeat in the future?
Yes.
Right? So what he's doing is, because the great athlete and the great person is not only someone who's exceptionally skilled at what they do, but who's trying to expand their skills at all times.
Yes.
And the attempt to expand their skills at all times is even more important than the fact that they're great to begin with, because the trajectory is so important.